do it to you, Deja.
Hey cousins, welcome back to another video, and in this video we're going to be recapping Baddies Caribbean Reunion Part 2. Now this episode comes on how the last one ended with Tank and, I was about to call her Deja, but Tank and Meatball, they going at it. I don't really want to show Tank because she didn't have no clothes on, and I don't got time to keep editing that. So alright, Tank and Meatball, they was going at it. I ain't gonna lie, Tank won that because Tank was connecting. Meatball was just using her body weight. But I do notice that Tank, when she does fight, she does use her body weight as well, but she just couldn't do that with Meatball because Meatball a little bit bigger. You see what I'm saying? Alright, copy. Girl, so tell me why, when they break the fight up with Tank and Meatball, why Daddy Longleg, aka Slim, tried to sneak Meatball? You hear Santana in the background like, why you try to sneak that girl like that? Sound like somebody damn grandmama. So Slim says because that be a clown. So Santana like, look, I ain't trying to hear that. So he gets the crowd to chant, Meatball, 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 Meatball out there dancing and acting the fool. So boom, in the midst of that, then you got Jela. She's trying to plead her case. Meatball, the reason why I don't deal with you is because you disrespect me on the internet. Meatball ain't paying her no mind. Meatball putting up heart signs with her fingers. So the crowd started chanting again, Meatball, Meatball. Y'all know that's boosting her ego. So while she kicks, she lifts up that big ham hock leg and she kicks Jayla little self in the stomach. Y'all know I'm being dramatic. She ain't kicking in the stomach. She kicked on her legs and she kind of tried to catch her leg, and then she tried to, it was just a mess. But I ain't gonna lie, Jayla lost that one. So boom, then it becomes the Meatball show because the first 8 minutes of the show was all about Meatball. So you got Tommie trying to calm her down because Meatball had started crying about her and Tank fighting. So then Meatball started yelling out of nowhere, talking about how she don't ever want to be Tank friend again, and this, that, and the third is deeper than the baddie's chain. Okay, cool, granted, we got it. Now, so Janisha's like, all right, let's reel this on in. Let's bring it on in. Okay, next, we have Diamond and Body. Saucy was amped up because, you know, Diamond and Body is from Florida, and so is he. So he was waiting for her to come out. Baby, tell me why Miss Chin got up. Talking about, oh, she ain't running up on me. What? All this trolling you try to do about her tooth coming out. That was crazy that when she got called out, you stood up because you said she wasn't running up on you. You was nervous about that one. And then after she finished fighting Tesehki, Natalie still stood up and she was like moving around because she said she wasn't fighting her. I hated Diamond's outfit, but like, let's get into it. So when she came out, you know, she was talking to Saucy and she was like, okay, so what we doing? Is we lining it up or is we gonna have some dialogue? Like, she wasn't on no P-U-S-S-Y, nothing. Like, she was on that with Tesehki. Side note, did y'all peep when Scotty was talking to Tank? She was like bent over trying to bounce her butt up and down. And then now look at her. Like, girl, you was trying to get at Janisha. You trying to get under her skin. This is one thing that I don't get about Tesehki. Even though Diamond bought everything that she got on herself, Tesehki will sit and say, oh, that's not a fair fight. Or, oh, this person is too big. Well, clearly, this girl wasn't even fighting back. That wasn't a fair fight, and you just kept going. I just didn't understand that. Now, again, I can't really say too much because Diamond did bring them to herself. But the point that I'm making is Tesehki had to tell Diamond to swing. She like, swing, Diamond. So if she not swinging, then stop. You see that you was too big for her, She-Hulk. So, girl, let's get into it. So, they square up. Diamond takes her wig off and starts swinging it at Tesehki. And Tesehki's like, girl, you can't fight. Da, da, da. You know she can't fight, so what are you doing? Anyway, let's keep it going. So Tesehki starts walking Diamond down. Like, she just started walking her down. Diamond backing up. She's swinging, she misses. Tesehki swinging and missing. And so Diamond stops in the middle of them fighting and talks about the rug on the floor. She's like, y'all need to move this. It's moving. But Tesehki ain't trying to hear that. She's still going. Girl, tell me why Tesehki swung and missed and Diamond connected. Once that happened, I was like, Diamond, no, you're in trouble. She-Hulk, she starts turning up. That's when she just starts swinging it. I don't know why, but to me, Zeus Network be exposing people for who they really are, because when they on other networks, you would think they are tough, they serious, they ain't nothing to play with. They get on Zeus, they look like clowns. Somebody please tell me what Tommie was doing. Why she thought that she was refereeing something. Girl, sit down, you just in the way. Girl, back to the fight. Anyway, Diamond finally falls and Tesehki continues to hit. And it's just like, alright, Tesehki, at this point in time, you just beating a dead horse, literally. So the moment Tesehki knocks Diamond down, everybody is chanting, not just the crowd, but the girls on stage as well. And it's just like, didn't Keva do that same thing and y'all was upset about it? Everybody was sitting around with sour faces. But now that it's Tesehki, it's a cheer. Y'all picking and choosing. Her usual. So you got Meatball yelling she wasn't ready. You got Scotty running her mouth. You got Natalie talking about she's walking away, guys. She's walking away. I don't care what nobody say. Diamond had these girls jealous and pressed. So Diamond goes to the back, she changes her outfit, she comes back out with another pink outfit. So she comes and she stands in the middle of the floor, basically wanting to run more phase or whatever. So Natalie gets up and goes behind the seat where she was sitting, and she was like, no, you won't be getting any clout off of me. You won't be getting no clout off of me. I'm not running the fake. Girl, just say you don't want to fight the girl. Just say that. You run your mouth on the internet as well. So Diamond calls out Slim. So them two run it. First round for me, I feel like Diamond won. The second round, Slim won. But Slim is so delusional. She was like, I told y'all, I was drunk. Girl, you fought the same way. The only thing different is you ain't hit the floor. So next they call out Big Gretch. So she comes out, and of course the crowd is booing, and then some people are cheering. So it was like a mixed crowd. Okay, cool. So she looks dead at Jela like, what do you look? So anyway, they're going back and forth. So Jela like, look, we can run it. So Gretch goes in front of Jela. They square up. They going into it. Why did Kelly run at Jela? And they nailed one of her friends clock her. But I'm going to give it to Sapphire because even though she didn't clock her, she did grab her by her neck to make sure her friend didn't get jumped. So they go another round. And so somehow, some way, Gretch ends up on the couch, Jayla on top of her. But you got Scotty trying to intervene because Scotty is stating that Gretch is scratching Jayla. And Saucy Santana was like, so what? Like, they scrapping, what you think? My thing is, where were you when Callie was trying to hit your friend? Girl, sit down. So after they break everything else up, Saucy goes to talk to the crowd. So they was asking like the tea, like what happened, who two fell out or whatever. So Saucy was like, Jela two fell out. He was like, I didn't know the girls had ditches. He was like, she must suck a mean one. So Saucy, he goes back on the stage and he's popping it to Scotty and Natalie like, where was y'all at? He was like, when Callie tried to jump y'all friend, y'all was supposed to have a 2-on-2. Like, real shit. And I like Saucy as a host because he be clocking it. He know what he's talking about. And Callie on some stuff like, y'all try to jump my friend, so I'm going to jump y'all. But Callie is so pointless on this show. Girl, you got to go back to Carlissa's show because Callie don't stand a chance on this show. So next they bring out Rollie, they bring out Agent, and then they bring out Ahna. So Rollie comes out first, and then you see Bianca exiting stage left. Like, girl, where you going? But alright. Anyway, so then you got Agent Doll, she comes out. Ahna, she looked real cute when she came out, I must say. So then they show Bianca leaving, and it's just like, why would you walk off the stage? You had all this stuff to say about Agent Online. Stand on it. I don't know what's wrong with this girl. So then the camera cuts over to Callie, and Callie is clocking on her, basically telling her, girl, you don't be saying what you be saying in my face type shit. Like, you try to just hug me, but then in confessionals, you popping it. Girl, Ahna is copping plea. No, I kept the same energy. What are you talking about, Callie? And it's just like, Ahna, no, you don't. But Ahna does apologize to Callie. And then Slim had an issue, too. I don't even know what that was about. I don't remember that one. But she does apologize to Slim as well. So Janisha is like, all right, y'all, settle down. And so she asks Asian, why did she take her shoes off? So Asian is like, look, we outside tonight. I'm just ready. So, yeah, I don't understand why she has her shoes off because Bianca is gone. So then the camera cuts over to Ahna taking her shoes off. So Janisha's like, why are you, well, no, I'm sorry. Big Mouth Biggie is like, sister, why are you taking your shoes off? And she was like, because I can't walk in heels or whatever. Janisha is like, look, let's cut to the chase. Do you have any phase that you're going to run today? So she's like, she only came there to fight NuNu. So Saucy is like, I thought it was NuNu and Keva. So Ahna is like, I'm not worried about Keva. So the crowd started booing. So basically she was saying she only came there for NuNu. She didn't really want to fight Keva. We all know that. Come on, stop playing. But it's like, you jumped in a fight, girl. You better be ready to fight her. If I was Keva, I would have fought her. I don't care how little she is. I don't care what Tesehki's talking about. So y'all know my boy Saucy, he clocked it. He was like, girl, what? You jumped in a fight. He telling Ahna what it is for real. And Saucy is the best host ever. I want him again and again and again. He was like, so it's no injured reserve. He was like, it's no sizes. It's no nothing. I'm like, yes, let's go Saucy. So here go Dengue Tommie talking about who is NuNu. And so they was like, that's AB baby mother. But Saucy was like, basically that she wasn't out there yet. And it's just like, Tommie, could you please be quiet? Do me that one solid, please. So Janisha turns around to Asian. Once again, she was like, I know I just asked you this. She was like, but why did you take your shoes off? So Asian was like, because you got to be ready. So Janisha is like, come on now. She like, do you have an issue with anybody here? So she was like, I just don't like Bianca. I feel like Bianca put the battery in Mariah back. And it's just like, girl, what? How? When you see that Mariah was playing like both sides in so many words. But once again, these girls be picking and choosing because Asia, she'll sit up and she'll argue with Mariah and Bianca, but she will never argue with King Von's sister. So Saucy was like, well, Bianca must knew you wanted her because Bianca is gone. So everybody's turning around like, where's Bianca? So then they turned to Camo and Rollie, and basically, Tommie wanted to know, what was the issue with her and Rollie. So basically, y'all remember what happened back in London. Rollie's still mad at that. She also feels like that Tommie be talking too much on the internet. So Tommie turns her attention to the audience and asks the audience, like, do it look like I be playing internet games, y'all? And they like, no, or whatever the case may be. Like, Tommie, this is not the Tommie show. Relax. So Rollie starts explaining, basically, like, you left me in London to fight Chris Brown's entourage, and they were men. And she was like, now when I see Chris Brown, he gonna remember that was the FB that hit my best friend. She was like, and now I can't suck his so Tommie gets up and she stands in front of Rollie. I don't understand why, but she just got to be seen. Anyway, she goes all the way over there to ask Rollie, like, did I bring you to the Chris Brown concert? And so she was like, no, Natalie did. So she was like, how I... So basically, Rollie says that Tommie was drunk. She said when they went backstage to see Chris Brown's baby and Chris Brown or whatever else. Tommie sees Chris Brown baby. She said he was cute. She walks out and she slams the door, which made security come out and basically get into it with Rollie and I Am Jonathan. I Am Jonathan, he was fighting for people. Rollie was fighting as well, but keep in mind, these are men. Tommie looks at Natalie and says, I don't know what y'all telling her. She was like, but you need to get her or whatever. So Natalie stands up in between Rollie and Tommie. Tommie walks back to her chair and she was like, you need to keep it real, Rollie, for once. But what I feel like is that Tommie did leave, so she didn't get a chance to see the squabble, so she feels like they're lying. So Rollie said after the squabble, she said they look on Instagram and Tommie then went and had dessert or whatever. So Tommie is still up there trying to defend herself, talking about, she was like, her homeboy stood in line with Natalie because they had to really stand in line and get everybody tickets. She was like, they pulled up on a bike. And it's like, at that point, Rollie was big as hell. Rollie was not riding no bike. I don't believe that. So anyway, they cut the conversation. Rollie is like, okay, so what we talking about it for? Like, it don't mean nothing to me. I don't like you. You don't like me. Let's keep it going. So Tommie starts yelling, facts, or whatever. So they move on. But you hear Tommie say under her breath, like, because you don't never want to fight. Huh? Now, I ain't going to lie. This is the moment I've been waiting for. So I'm amped up for this one, y'all. So they call out NuNu. NuNu comes out. She's looking. So Saucy is like, she right here. So NuNu walks around. Ahna gets up. And then they square up. So they get the banging, they get the thumping, they get the dumping, baby. To the point, Natalie had to stop it and say, hey, that's enough. You had Bobby yelling from the crowd, making sure Ahna was good. You had Meatball like, I don't know, Ahna, chill out. Ahna knew she lost, and she knew that the internet was going to eat her up. So the second round, I can't lie, it was a tie, because Ahna started going crazy. So they break up the fight or whatever, so they grab Ahna. And so she gets to going off on security. Get off of me. I'm little as F. So she even goes over to LJ and asks him to tell him to leave her alone. Like, girl, you already know they not. Stop playing. So while all that chaos is going on, Jela takes the opportunity to run out and grab Gretch. And so the security hurried up and grabbed her off of her or whatever. But now you got you got the crowd talking about let Kelly get her. So, yeah, that was that. So, then we see Biggie go over to Rollie and give her a hug. And everybody like, oh, whatever. So, Janisha's like, everybody have a seat. She like, I know y'all having y'all moment, but I need y'all to sit down. So, Biggie goes over to sit next to Tommie. Tommie gives her this look like, girl. So, Biggie is kissing ass, of course, talking about, don't do this to me, Tommie. Tommie like, no, because that bee was over my house every morning with her nasty 8 teeth and this, that, and the third. So, next, Saucy wants to bring out the hit squad. So, he's like, Ahna, you better catch your breath. So he introduces Big Keva, but she didn't come out yet. So in the midst of all of this, Rollie stands up and she asks Tommie, like, what is the problem? Because Tommie was antagonizing her. So Rollie calls Tommie jealous, like, you're jealous, you need to love yourself, this, that, and the third. And it's just like, Rollie, the nerve of you. But anyway, Tommie then gets up and says, you think I'm jealous? She said it like 50 times, y'all. It's just like, Tommie, just please sit down. Like, if y'all not about to scrape, just sit down. Ain't no point in you keep getting up. So Tommie continues to antagonize Rollie. Rollie continues to ignore her or whatever. 5 minutes later, the hit squad come out. They're making their rounds, but I hear Tesehki and I'm like, she talking, so I don't know who she talking to. So then we see her talking to Keva, and she's basically saying, like, I just beat DTB up. Well, I just got to know what's up. She was like, I really didn't hear you say that, and this, that, and the third. It sounds like Tesehki is copping the plea. Now, I do remember Keva basically saying that Tesehki wanted at the reunion, she could get it, type shit, whatever. And if you think about it, who hands is compatible with Tesehki's? Keva. So I think Keva would be able to keep up. Next thing you know, Jo walks up and she just knocks the shit out of Biggie. Once again, we gotta pick her and choose her. So, okay, when Jela and Biggie was getting ready to fight, Meatball stood up. Meatball had the opportunity right here to get at Jo. And that's how it goes off. So y'all, let me know your opinions down below. I'll see y'all down below, and then I'll see y'all in the next video.